What if I told you that most couples don't break up because of love, but because of money? Imagine two people madly in love, yet every month they fight over bills, credit cards, and savings. The tension builds until one day they're not arguing about money anymore. They're arguing about trust. That's the real danger of not understanding marriage finances. And here's the big question we'll answer today. How do you manage money as a couple without letting it tear your relationship apart? Stick with me, because in this video we'll break down marriage finances so simply that even if you've never budgeted before, you'll walk away with a clear plan. Number 1. Why money and marriage are connected. Money isn't just about dollars. It's about security, choices, and control. When two people get married, they merge not just their hearts, but their financial lives too. That means your spending habits, your debts, and your financial goals are no longer just yours, they're shared. For example, imagine one spouse loves saving every extra dollar, while the other enjoys spontaneous shopping trips. Without a system, that difference can feel like betrayal. Studies even show that money fights are one of the top predictors of divorce in the USA. This is why marriage finances matter, because when money feels stable, the relationship feels stable too. Number 2. Should couples combine finances? One of the first questions couples face is, do we combine everything or keep some accounts separate? There are three main models. Model 1. Combine everything into joint accounts. This creates full transparency but can feel restrictive. Model 2. Keep everything separate. This avoids arguments but can create secrecy. Model 3. A hybrid. Joint accounts for shared expenses like rent, groceries, and bills, and separate accounts for personal spending. For example, say your rent is $1,500. You and your partner decide to each put $750 into the joint account to cover it. But if you want to buy new sneakers, that comes from your personal account. This balance keeps teamwork intact while also respecting individuality. Number 3. Talking about money without fighting. Here's a truth no one tells you. The biggest money problem in marriage isn't lack of money. It's lack of communication. Set up what I call money dates. Once a month, sit down together, grab coffee, or even pizza, and review your budget, goals, and any concerns. For example, let's say your partner notices the credit card balance creeping up. Instead of blaming, they can say, I noticed we spent more on eating out this month. Should we set a cap for next month? Framing money talks as teamwork makes them less about blame and more about solutions. Number 4. Creating a simple couple's budget. Budgets sound boring, right? But think of it as your relationship's playbook. Start by writing down your combined income. Then list your fixed expenses, rent, utilities, debt payments. Next, add variable costs like groceries, eating out, and entertainment. Finally, decide on savings and investments. A simple formula that works for many couples is the 50-30-20 rule. Spend 50% of income on needs, 30% on wants, and save or invest 20%. For example, if your combined monthly income is $4,000, that means $2,000 for needs, $1,200 for wants, and $800 for savings. Easy, clear, and fair. Number 5. Handling debt together. Debt is a huge source of stress in marriages. Should you pay off your debt before saving? Should you share responsibility for debts brought into the marriage? Here's the rule of thumb. If you both benefit from the debt, you both share it. For example, a mortgage for your home is shared. But if one spouse brought in old credit card debt, that should be their responsibility, with support from the other if possible. Tackle debts with a snowball method. Pay off the smallest debts first for quick wins, then roll those payments into the bigger debts. Watching balances disappear is motivating and strengthens teamwork. Number 6. Setting financial goals as a team. What are you working toward together? A house? A dream vacation? Early retirement? Set short-term goals, like saving $1,000 for an emergency fund in 3 months. Then medium-term goals, like buying a home in 5 years. And finally, long-term goals like retirement. For example, if you both dream of a beach vacation that costs $3,000, decide to save $250 a month for 12 months. Suddenly, the dream doesn't feel impossible. It feels like a team project. Number 7. Protecting each other with insurance. It's not romantic, but it's necessary. Life insurance and health insurance matter. If something happens to one spouse, the other is protected. For example, if you have children, life insurance ensures they won't struggle financially. Health insurance ensures one unexpected hospital bill doesn't wipe out your savings. It's not about planning for the worst. It's about protecting the love you've built. Number 8. Should you have one person manage the money? Every couple has a numbers person, but should that person be in charge of all finances? It can work, but only if both stay informed. Even if one partner handles the day-to-day, both should review accounts monthly. This avoids money surprises and keeps trust strong. For example, if the saver spouse manages bills but never shares details, the spender spouse might feel excluded. But if they check the accounts together once a month, both feel in control. Number 9. Handling surprises without panic. Life happens. Cars break down. Jobs get lost. Unexpected medical bills show up. This is why every couple needs an emergency fund. Aim for 3 to 6 months of living expenses. If your monthly expenses are $3,000, that means saving between $900 and $18,000. When emergencies hit, instead of panicking or blaming each other, you'll both feel prepared. Number 10. The role of fun money. Here's a secret to happy marriage finances. Budget for fun. Give each partner a set amount every month for personal spending, no questions asked. Even if it's just $100 each, it gives freedom without guilt. For example, one spouse might spend their fun money on video games, while the other spends it on clothes. No arguments, because it's already in the budget. Number 11. Planning for kids and family. Children change everything, including finances. Talk early about who will cover childcare, how to save for education, and whether one partner might step back from work. For example, daycare in the USA can cost over $1,000 per month per child. Planning for this ahead of time avoids painful surprises. And don't forget about college. Even saving $50 a month in a 529 plan can grow significantly over 18 years. Number 12. Retirement planning together. Retirement may feel far away, but the earlier you plan, the easier it gets. If your employer offers a 401k with a match, take it. It's basically free money. For example, if you earn for $1,000 per month and your employer matches 4%, that's $160 per month of free money added to your savings. Also consider IRAs for additional tax benefits. Retirement planning isn't just about numbers. It's about dreaming together. Where do you want to live when you're older? What kind of lifestyle do you want? Number 13. How to handle big differences in income. What if one partner earns much more than the other? Instead of splitting expenses 50 to 50, split them by percentage of income. For example, if one spouse earns $4,000 per month and the other earns $2,000, they can split shared costs 2/3 to 1/3. That way, it feels fair without creating resentment. Number 14. Avoiding financial infidelity. Yes, financial infidelity is a real thing. It means hiding spending, secret accounts, or lying about debt. Even small secrets, like hiding shopping bags, can erode trust. The cure? Transparency. Share accounts, share passwords if comfortable, and most importantly, share the truth. If you ever feel like you need to hide a purchase, that's a signal to talk about it. Number 15. Growing together, not apart. Money isn't just about survival. It's about building a life together. Celebrate milestones. When you hit a savings goal, treat yourselves. When you pay off debt, mark the occasion. These moments build positive energy around money instead of stress. For example, one couple I coached celebrated paying off $20,000 in student loans by taking a road trip. It wasn't expensive, but it marked the victory. Number 16. Decide on your money roles. Every couple has different strengths. One partner might be more organized with bills, while the other is better at long-term planning. Instead of leaving it undefined, decide together who will handle what. For example, one spouse could be in charge of paying bills on time, while the other manages investments. This division creates clarity and avoids missed deadlines or duplicate payments. Number 17. Plan for holidays and big events. Holidays, birthdays, and anniversaries can sneak up and blow a budget. Instead of overspending in the moment, set up a sinking fund. For example, if you want to spend $600 on holiday gifts, start putting aside $50 a month in January. By December, the money is ready and stress-free. Number 18. Talk about lifestyle expectations. One partner might dream of living in a big house with new cars, while the other prefers a modest home with more savings. Unspoken expectations often lead to disappointment. Sit down and openly discuss what lifestyle you want to build together. For example, if one spouse wants a luxury car while the other wants to retire early, you can compromise on a reliable used car and put the savings toward investments. Number 19. Have a plan for windfalls. What happens if you suddenly receive a bonus, inheritance, or tax refund? Without a plan, that money often disappears on impulse spending. Agree in advance how to handle it. For example, you might decide to use 50% for debt or savings, 30% for household upgrades, and 20% for fun. This way, the money strengthens your future while still giving you joy. Number 20. Understand each other's money story. We all grow up with different money habits. Some were taught to save every penny. Others saw parents spend freely. These money stories shape how you handle finances today. Sharing your background helps your partner understand why you act the way you do. For example, if one spouse panics every time the checking account dips below $500, it might be because they grew up in a household where bills often went unpaid. Understanding this creates compassion instead of conflict. Number 21. Don't forget estate planning. No one likes to think about it, but planning for what happens after death is vital. Wills, powers of attorney, and beneficiaries. Protect your spouse and children. For example, if one partner unexpectedly passes away without a will, the surviving spouse might face months of legal battles. But with proper planning, assets transfer smoothly and stress is minimized. Number 22. Make saving automatic. Sometimes the best financial decision is the one you don't have to think about. Set up automatic transfers to savings or investments every payday. For example, if $200 moves automatically into a joint savings account each month, you never miss it. Over 5 years, that adds up to $12,000 without constant decision-making. Number 23. Create rules for big purchases. Big purchases often cause the biggest arguments. Agree on a spending threshold. If a purchase costs more than that, you both must agree before buying. For example, you might set the rule at $300. That means one spouse can buy a new pair of shoes without asking, but a new TV requires discussion. This simple rule prevents resentment. Number 24. Build wealth together, not separately. It's easy for couples to think of my money and your money, but marriage finances are strongest when you think our money. Work together on wealth-building strategies like investing, real estate, or side hustles. For example, one spouse might start a small online business while the other helps with bookkeeping. The income benefits both, and the teamwork strengthens the relationship. Number 25. Review and adjust regularly. Finances aren't set in stone. Jobs change, kids arrive, goals shift. Review your plan at least once a year and adjust as needed. For example, if you welcomed a baby this year, your old budget won't work anymore. Adjust together instead of letting financial stress sneak up on you. Marriage finances don't have to be complicated. They just need attention, teamwork, and honesty. Remember how I started by saying most couples fight about money more than love? Now you know the truth. It's not the money itself. It's how you handle it together. So here's the question I'll leave you with. If you and your partner sat down tonight and created one simple financial plan together, how much stronger would your relationship feel tomorrow?